Hello everyone. So I am going to start manage table in Databricks. So in my previous video, I already explained what is manage table in Databricks. So as we know, if we don't specify a table type, Databricks create a manage table in Databricks, and Databricks manage metadata as well as data file both if we create a manage table. Okay, so let's understand why Databricks recommend using manage table, because it gives us following advantage like reduce storage and compute cost, faster query performance across all client type, automatic table maintenance and optimization, secure access for non-Databricks client via OpenAI, support for Delta Lake and Iceberg format, automatic upgrade to the latest platform feature. So due to this advantage, Databricks recommend using manage table. So now in this video, let's see some of the basic SQL query that we use to create a manage table. And in upcoming videos, we'll see some big projects where we'll create some large and complex table. So let's start. So this is basic syntax: create table, table name, and then inside this bracket we need to specify column and column types, same as other SQL. Okay, not more difference. So here, while creating a table, I am not specifying anything like storage format. So at default it will be delta lake. Okay, even I am not specifying a table type. So what will happen, default this will be manage table. Okay, and now where we want to create table, in which catalog, in which schema. So we have a two option: either we can specify catalog and schema here, or we can specify while giving a table name. Okay, so let me give here learn PySpark. Learn PySpark is a catalog name. Now we need to specify a schema. Let me see what are the schema available. It is not. Hold on. Let's click on catalog. Inside the catalog, we'll see what are the schema available. Learn PySpark. So we have a Databricks learn schema. We have PySpark schema. So let's create in the PySpark schema only. Or data. Let's create in PySpark. No problem. Catalog name PySpark dot student table name. Okay, so here I am specifying catalog, schema, and then table. If we don't specify catalog or schema, it will use from here. I mean, it will use this default selected look catalog and schema. Okay, so let's create this table, and this is delta lake. So I'm just specifying delta. Now let's create this table. So it is running. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, it's done. So we created a one table in learn PySpark catalog inside PySpark schema. Okay, and the table format is delta because we have not specified any storage format. Now next we'll create a same table with a different format. sorry, we need, let me give this same schema and catalog. L- Okay, so it is through, oh sorry, I selected. Okay, now let me rerun. Okay, I think I'm making some mistake. Hold on. This time it should run. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It means it created a table. Okay. Now let's go to catalog and see whether tables are created or not. Just clicked on catalog. Just want to verify. So inside PySpark schema, we can see we have a table student del and student ice. So because this del is in delta lake format and ice is in iceberg format. Okay. So here we can see data source. Okay. And when I click on student ice, let's see. This is data source iceberg format. Okay. So this is how we created a basic table. Okay. With very basic detail like ID and name. Now use data from any other table. So what happened? We can create a table. Okay. But while creating a table, we can use everything of another table like data as well as structure, everything. So for that, create table name as select star from table name. So if we, so here what will happen, a copy of this student table will be created and the new table name would be student copy. So in student copy, it will have all data of this student table as well as it will have a same structure of this student table. So now let's see how to create table with comment. Okay, it's a very simple. Simply give the table name, column, type, and at the end provide a comment. Okay, so let's create a table. This is a very simple one. Okay, we created a table with comment. So when we see the overview of table using UI or using describe table command, we can see this comment. Okay, so in the now let's create a partition table. So syntax is same, only we need to add partition by. Now the question is which column should we choose for partition by? So we should choose the column that has very less unique value. Okay, like age, city, month. We should always avoid the column that has a more distinct value. Okay, so let's run this. First let's provide a table name. Let me get this, sorry. Let me get catalog name and schema name. Okay, now provide partition by anything. Let's provide, okay, let's go with age, no problem. Run selected. Okay, this table is already exists, no problem. Let's provide a new name. Okay, okay, it's done. Now another is create a table with generated column. Okay, so this is also a very good concept, very good concept. So in this I have a column A, column B. Okay, and we need to insert the value only for column A and column B. We don't need to insert value for this column area. It will generate from column A and column B. Okay, So let's create this. So here we created a table, and in this table we have a one column that is a generated kind of column. So for that column we don't need to insert a value. It will take value from other column. Okay. Now create a table with a string column with a case insensitive collation. Okay, so if we want some column should be case insensitive, then with that column we need to specify collate Unicode. Now let's create a table with a default collation and override for a specific column. Okay, so syntax is very simple. Create table, table name. Okay, inside the table name we can create table, table name, and then start bracket. Inside bracket we can specify column name and its type. Okay, and at the end of the bracket we can specify default collation. Okay, so what happen when we specify a default collation? Every column of this table uses this collation, uses default collation until we don't specify collation for column. Okay, just for example, there is a column called name first name. Okay, and one more column ID for first name and name. We did not specify any collation, so it will use this default collation Unicode. Okay, but for the column ID we specified a collation collate UTF-8 binary, so it will use this collate UTF-8 binary collation. Okay, this ID will have this collate UTF-8 binary collation. Apart from this ID, all other column will use this default collation. Okay, now let's see create temporary table. So syntax is very simple. Create temp table, table name. Okay, create temp, then table, and then table name. Okay, so we can create a temporary table. It is very simple. So once the session get closed, this table gets dropped automatically. We don't need to drop our temp table. Okay.